Hey everybody, Mike Lawson here. I want to give you my 3 golden rules for being a successful entrepreneur. Someone just asked me, I actually got a couple requests of people in network marketing asking me, what it really takes to be successful. And I went through some notes and I put this together and I actually did part of a training on it. And I'm really excited about it because number one, I believe that you need to pay attention. Meaning if you spent $1 million to start your business, you would treat it like $1 million business, right? You would learn everything you needed to learn. You would wake up early, go to bed late. You just dumped $1 million into this business. You would treat it like $1 million business. You would learn everything you needed to learn about it. Well, that's really what you need to do. Again, and this applies to any business. You need to pay attention and do what the successful people are doing, right? Follow the leader. Be their shadow. If they're at meetings, you be at meetings. If they're doing three-way calls, you do three-way calls. If they're wearing a suit, you wear a suit. I even went as far as to change my hair. My hair is the same as my leader was 15 years ago, right? So you want to emulate your leaders and do what they're doing if you want to have their success. So number one, pay attention. And let me give you an example. High school versus college. High school, a lot of high schools are free. I didn't pay for my high school, my mother did. But when I went to college, guess what? I paid attention because I paid for it. I reluctantly paid attention, but I paid for it, right? So number one, pay attention. Number two, be excited. Always be excited. Now the challenging part is being excited when there's nothing to be excited about. See, it's easy to be excited when there's something to be excited about. Things are going great. You had a great day. People are signing into your business. People are showing up at meetings. But are you getting excited when people don't? And I've been there. I've been on both sides of this. Okay? Now, see, we express our feelings through words. We communicate our feelings, communicate our excitement through feelings, not words. And here's what I mean by that. When I was a kid, my brother would always have his friends over for Monday Night Football. I'd be up in bed. I'd hear them downstairs yelling and screaming and just being excited. And guess where I wanted to be? Down there with them. Why? Because they were excited. See, as human beings, we want to be where the excitement is. Did you ever go to a party, right? And another, somewhere across the room, you hear everyone laughing. Maybe somebody told a joke. Everyone's laughing. Well, you immediately want to run over there and say, what was that joke? I want to hear it. I want to laugh. See, people are attracted to excitement. People want to be around excited people. Okay? So they want to know what you're up to. So be excited. Number three, don't quit. Again, don't quit. Don't ever quit. Don't ever quit on your dreams. You need to have a why. And I used to hear this all the time. Your why needs to make you cry. And I thought it was so corny. I mean, my why when I first got into business was to make a lot of money. Well, guess what? You'll make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money doing a lot of things. But it's when the bad times hit. Are you going to be strong enough? Is your why strong enough to stick around? See, Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey got fired. Thank God they didn't quit on their dreams, right? You need to work hard. And again, just like, pro athletes, their dreams are to become a pro athlete, whether it's basketball or football or hockey. That's their goal. Okay? In the world of business, some of them get traded to other teams and other teams that aren't as good. Maybe they go to a losing team. Well, they don't quit, right? Because their dream wasn't to play on that team. Their dream was to become a professional. Okay? So be a professional. Don't quit. Again, you need to have something. What's going to keep you going when tough times hit? See, we all have different paths to success. And one of my favorite stories in the Bible is the story of David and Goliath. Now, I'm an amateur on the Bible, okay? But this story is my favorite. And here's why. David, poor shepherd boy. Goliath, 9-foot giant. Well, the Philistines and the Israelites were battling. The Philistines wanted the Israelites to become their slaves. Right? So instead of having, thousands and thousands of bloodshed, they agreed upon, the Philistines' toughest warrior versus the Israelites' toughest warrior. And the Philistines had a giant named Goliath. 9 foot tall, wore armor, over 120 pounds of armor and steel, and the Israelites were scared. Were scared. King Saul was scared. And David, 3 of his brothers were in the Israelite army. And he was bringing them food one day, and he overheard King Saul saying, whoever defeats this giant and we win will become wealthy, will pay no taxes, and will get to marry the princess. And I like to think once David heard that, he said, oh wow, I get to marry the princess? Right? And he was just excited. He got excited. He said, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Defeat that giant. He had no fear. He wasn't scared of the giant. I like to think maybe a little bit, but he really didn't. And if you read the story, it talks about when David was tending to his herd. He was favored by God. Right? There was bears that attacked and lions that attacked, and he was able to defeat them. This poor little scrawny shepherd boy was able to defeat them because God had his back. So when he heard this, he just heard, oh, I get to marry the princess? What do I need to do? So he walks down to the river, picks up 5 rocks, and he says, I'll do it. Well, all the other Israelites were scared. Everybody was scared, so they let David, this scrawny little kid who maybe weighed 100 pounds soaking wet, to go feed this 9-foot giant. And Goliath laughed at him and said, don't waste my time, little boy. And we know the story. So Goliath said, listen, I'm going to chop your head off, and I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to feed you to the birds. And David, because he was so excited in his dreams, and he had that passion to marry the princess, he said, you know what? I'm going to not only kill you, but I'm going to kill you with your own sword and chop your head off. And everyone laughed. David picked up a rock, put it in a slingshot. We know how it ended. Hits him in the middle of the forehead. David runs over, takes the giant sword, chops his head off. Picks it up and starts carrying it around. And all the other Philistines flee. They were scared. David wins. That's just my favorite story, because I think a lot of us are the Davids, where we have all these giants in our lives, right? Whether it's our family or our friends, laughing at us, or you have a great idea and they want to shoot it down. See, your dreams need to be stronger than what your friends or your family thinks, because I've been there, okay? And a lot of people just want to protect you, and there are some people that are jealous of you, but you need to be able to face those people, okay? You need to be able to, again, have those dreams and have those goals. So, you need to focus on your goals, and you need to think about what is the end result. When you achieve those goals, what's it going to feel like when you hit the top of your company? When you reach that position? When you're able to become financially free? What's that going to feel like? When you're able to be a stay-at-home parent and take your kids to school and pick them up from school? Or to be able to help out a family member that's struggling financially? What's that going to feel like? Have that end result in mind. So again, 1, pay attention. 2, always be excited. And number 3, don't quit. Don't ever quit. That's all I have today, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys soon.